Welcome to this video series that looks at some essential skills for studying at university. Obviously, we can't cover everything in the course of this relatively short series, but hopefully it will at least serve as an introduction to some key skills and point you in the direction of more help should you need it. The series covers three key areas: reading and note-making, academic writing, and referencing. This video concentrates on reading and note-making. There's no doubt about it, a great deal of your time at university is taken up with reading. You have to make sure you're reading the right things, reading critically, and making appropriate notes so that you can actually use it effectively in your assignments. There are two main reasons to read at university. The first is in preparation for taught sessions, either to simply give you more chance of understanding topics in lectures and webinars, or to prepare for a seminar or tutorial where specific reading has been set and will form the basis of class discussion. This reading will almost certainly be flagged up on a reading list associated with your module. The second reason is to enable you to complete assignments. All your written work and assessed presentations will need backing up with appropriate information from reading, and you will give a list of references to that reading at the end of each assignment. As you have a lot to read, it's best to make sure you're reading the right things. Your reading list is a great place to start, but please be reassured that you are not expected to read everything on it from cover to cover. Some tutors will organise their lists by what is essential, what is recommended, etc. But it may only be certain chapters of even essential books that are relevant. Other tutors organise by topic or week and will direct you to specific resources for specific sessions. When doing assignments, you'll get extra credit for going beyond your reading list, so look for books on similar topics in the library. At some point, you will also be expected to engage with academic journals, which publish the most up-to-date research and theories in your area. In many disciplines, there'll be reputable websites that contain source material that can be used in assignments. For example, in nursing, you may use the NHS or Nursing and Midwifery Council web pages. In history, there are websites with curated collections of artefacts and historical documents. In business, you may need to access banking or company websites and associated data. Many excellent resources are available on the web. Be aware that not all websites are reputable and worthy of being used as source material. For example, sites suggesting treatments for a particular medical condition may actually be trying to sell a certain one, so you must approach web research with caution. You should certainly never reference Wikipedia as a source of material in your essays, but we do accept that many people use it to quickly check the meaning of something for their own understanding. The university library will give you access to books, e-books, academic journals, and more. The library tries to make sure that books on your reading list are available as print books or e-books via their collection. Obviously, you may want to buy some key textbooks to ensure you always have access, but this should not be essential. We definitely don't recommend you buy everything on your reading list, as the cost would be prohibitive. The University Library Skills team have video workshops on finding quality journal articles. You can access these from our standard workshop page. Now that you know what to read, I can give you some tips on how to approach your reading. Reading requires concentration, so don't do it when you're tired. Use that time for finding things to read, organising files, and other general housekeeping tasks. Don't let reading be an afterthought. Plan times when you can do it. Try to keep in the habit of reading something every day. It doesn't have to be for long, but it's a great routine to get into to stop reading becoming overwhelming. Research suggests you take in more of what you read at the beginning and end of reading sessions. So if you have regular breaks, you are creating more beginnings and more endings, so you should understand and remember more. Always make notes when you're reading. They help you concentrate and stay focused. If you are reading on a mobile device away from a desk, use a notes app to jot down important points and note any questions you have. We have information on such apps on our online skills guides. You should always read critically. That means you need to question everything you read. Questions can be things like, is the author or source credible? Are the claims they are making clear? Are they backed up by good quality evidence? Is the author making any assumptions? Will this be useful in my assignment? And how does it fit in with other things I've read? You may not remember all of this when you're reading for your first assignment, but hopefully you will remember to ask questions of what you read. If nothing else, remember that not everything published in books and academic journals is correct. A lot of it is theory. Andrew Wakefield's discredited research connecting autism to MMR vaccinations was published in The Lancet, a top academic journal. It has since been proved to be flawed due to some false assumptions, not least that the extremely small sample size was representative of the wider population. That was a high-profile case, but disagreement is not uncommon in academic sources. In fact, it's a key part of academic life. When an academic publishes something, they expect it to be challenged or at least questioned, even by first-year undergraduates. The skills team have a lot more help on reading critically on our Reading at University Skills Guide. As you read, make your notes actively. Note-making is about creating something new, not just copying out what is already there. Look for what is most important, connections, and things you need to find out more about. Some people swear by taking notes by hand. That way, you cannot really just copy things out. You are forced to summarise, which has been shown to lead to better understanding and makes you better able to remember it. Others prefer to take advantage of digital note-making apps, which mean you can add photographs, short videos, and spoken words. These are also less likely to be lost and are more searchable and can be shared with other people. You can even combine the two and scan in handwritten notes, which can be made searchable with certain apps. Some methods allow a mix of active and passive reading. The Cornell method shown here is a particularly flexible way of taking notes. With this, you split your page into two areas. One you can use for more passive note-taking, such as picking out and paraphrasing important passages or memorable quotes, whilst the other area can be used more actively to look for connections with other reading, note down questions you need to answer, and personal reactions. You then summarise this all at the bottom in a few bullet points. Note-making doesn't have to be just writing. You can also create mind maps or patterned notes. These often help you see the links between different sources more effectively. The point here is that note-making is very personal and you need to find what works for you. But trying new ways is an essential part of that process. All these methods can be used when you are attending lectures, be they face-to-face or online, as well as when you're reading. If you want to find out more, the skills team run workshops to help you make the most of your note-making. We also have online guides if you want to find out more for yourself. More information and support is available by going to the skills team's website at the address shown here.